Let's have a look at unit conversions that are between units in the US customary system or between units in the US customary system and units in the metric system. Let's talk about the general idea of unit conversions. I'll do that using the first example. Here we're asked to convert 6.2 inches into centimeters. Additionally, we're asked to round just the final answer. We're always only going to round the final answer to the nearest tenth, or the nearest 0.1, the first decimal place. What we're being asked to do here is to refer to the formula sheet. We will always be given a set of equalities. In this case, you're welcome to use the formula sheet that's posted on Brightspace. In it, we need to look up the relevant equality. We need to look up the relationship between inches and centimeters. In this case, we're given a direct relationship. The equality for inches and centimeters is 2.54 centimeters is equal to 1 inch. Of course, we could write that in either direction. So a formula sheet will always have a series of equalities. From these equalities, we're going to be able to write two conversion factors. Here's one, 2.54 centimeters divided by 1 inch. Since those are two equal measurements, they describe the same length, that ratio is equal to 1. Another way we could write that conversion factor is upside down. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So of course that's also going to be equal to 1. So from each equality, we get two conversion factors. We'll tackle each of these problems the same way. We'll start with our known length, 6.2 inches. Now we'll take that unit and our known length and multiply it by either of our two conversion factors. Which one do we need? In this case, we are currently in the unit of inches, and we'd like to eliminate inches. Inches is in the numerator, so in my conversion factor, I'm going to choose the one where we have inches in the denominator and centimeters in the numerator. We have 2.54 centimeters for every 1 inch. This is important because I want my final answer to be in centimeters. Remember that 6.2 inches is a fraction. It just has a denominator of 1, so we don't normally write it. And when we multiply fractions, we multiply numerators together and then denominators. That means that inches in the numerator of the first fraction and inches in the denominator of the second fraction are about to be in the same fraction, but on opposite sides of the fraction line. That means that we can cancel them. Inches in the top cancels with inches on the bottom. What do we have left? We have centimeters left in the numerator, which is exactly what we want in our final answer. Once we've sorted out the units, all we need to do is the arithmetic, the multiplication of those fractions. So 6.2 times 2.54 gives us 15.748. And I'm not worried about the denominators because they're just 1. So we will have 15.748 centimeters over 1. So 15.748 centimeters. The last thing I'm going to do here is round to the nearest tenth. Now, of course, I've rounded this number as I took it off my calculator, but I've given myself two additional decimal places beyond the one I'm going to round my final answer to. That ensures that I don't round incorrectly. Then I look at the decimal place I'm trying to round to, in this case, the tenth. Take a peek to the right. If the value is 5 or greater, I'll be rounding up. It's not the case here, so I'm going to be rounding down from 15.74 to 15.7. And my final answer is 15.7 centimeters.